Hey, fans of the Monday Movie Club. This week, Mark shows Galaxy Quest, as you can see, from 1999. It is number 2,695 on the Frankie list.
So
So I
it's not
really
one
didn't
of,
have to watch it.
yeah.
Yeah.
So you're
I'm
welcome.
I'm Frank Gaffney. With us, as always, crewman number 13, who has Build-A-Bear Doctor Who number 13 there. Mark Wotitzgartner, or Rock Ingersoll. Which one was Rock Ingersoll?
Crewman number 13.
Oh, okay.
Sam Rockwell.
And yeah, and Cringer and Goldfook, not
Hello.
related to the movie. And Annie King as crew member 3. There she is. All right. Mark, why Galaxy Quest?
Because this is my favorite Star Trek movie ever made. Star Trek 2 is a
Funny.
close second.
Oh, we just saw that last week.
I think so.
Yes, we did. The plot. The stars of a 1970s sci-fi show, now scraping a living through reruns and sci-fi conventions, are beamed aboard a real alien spacecraft. And it is the perfect movie after last week, Star Trek: The Wrath of Khan. And when I looked up at a Star Trek convention, fans voted Galaxy Quest as the 7th best Star Trek film. That's pretty funny, of all time. That's even funnier. And right from the beginning, it is totally Star Trek. Great. And Justin Long, who we just saw 2 weeks ago, here he's making his film debut.
Mhm.
And I read somewhere that he beat out like some very interesting young people. I don't remember.
He was adorable.
He was adorable, and also the film debut for Rainn Wilson. Um,
Yeah.
when
Mark, who picked the movie and has seen it a bazillion times, is going, Rainn Wilson's in this movie?
Yeah, I didn't know until I read the credits, and I was like, "Holy
yeah,
shit!"
Oh, it's very
he's one
obvious
of
it's
the
him.
aliens.
Yeah.
He's one of the aliens. All right.
Oh, okay. I never watched The Office, so I barely know who he is anyway.
Okay.
So I did smile when he said her translator is broken, and then she made that noise. That did make me smile. Alan Rickman is always hysterical. Great job. Scraping the wall was very cute, even though it went on a little too long, trying to get out. The Thermians laughing was very cute too. They were all adorable, every one of them. Eric, what is his name? Enrico Colasanto.
CT.
He is so adorable in this
You did a
movie.
great job.
Yeah, adorable. And I also cracked up when he said, and Alan Rickman said, "I see you managed to get your shirt off."
Yes.
Then it becomes a real TV show for real, and it's a kind of a have your cake and eat it too, comedy, sci-fi, action trifecta kind of movie. Crashing into the convention was great. That was pretty funny. But 3 stars for me. It's quite an affectionate parody of the Star Trek lore, and a very, very, very terrific cast all around. It was fun, but do I need to see it again? No. And I think I had seen it before, but
Everyone's
now we've lost 2 of our
Scared everybody off.
panelists.
I guess
Have
he
you
really
seen
was
the-
that good.
Have you seen the documentary, Frank?
Of what?
Never Surrender, the story of Galaxy Quest or something like that?
Oh no. What about it?
It's a really great making of documentary that was made a couple of years ago, and it's very talks about how the movie has its own fan base, and
Yeah, I'm sure. And Enrico's they were even now they're talking about still doing a sequel, and Enrico's like, no, we don't need a sequel.
well,
Out of all
honestly,
people,
huh?
I would think he would want the gig. Has he been in
Oh,
any?
he's
No,
honestly he's a
he's been
very
busy.
he's a busy actor, and I don't
Yeah.
think I've ever seen him in anything where he's been bad. I love
Yeah.
watching him in stuff. He's
Veronica Mars, of
uh,
course, he was
yeah.
on for a
We
while.
just saw
And
him and we were watching there's a
English teacher.
English teacher. Yeah, he's
Yeah.
great.
Who was he an English teacher?
He's
He's the principal.
Wow.
Funny.
He's very
Hey,
funny in
Joel,
that sense.
Wow.
Joel, I just want to say, I remember you tagging me on the making of documentary a while ago, and I completely forgot. So thank you for the reminder. I'm definitely going to watch that.
I don't know where it's streaming right now. I'd have to look it up, but it's a wonderful documentary about the film and its making of and fan base and everything. And honestly, I know he doesn't think a sequel should be done, but admittedly, I don't think the Thermians should return for a sequel. It's not about the Thermians, it's about the crew of the galaxy of the Protector. So
Yeah.
Sure.
And Mark, it's a great documentary. You could watch it right after you watch The Best Years of Our Lives.
We'll see. We'll see.
Wow. All right, so Joel, this is right up your alley, right?
Yes, it's a fun film. It is very much an homage and love letter to Star Trek.
And a
Um,
parody at the same
and
time.
a parody, in certain aspects. We think parody and usually wind up thinking things that are a lot funnier. This is a funny film, but it's not like hysterically ha ha funny like Airplane or Blazing Saddles or
Yeah,
something.
it's not like a spoof.
But
Yeah.
it does
Yeah.
skewer some of the conventions
Oh,
of
of
those
course, like
movies.
the Chompers.
Yeah,
She's like,
that's
why
right.
is this even here? Why would you build something
Yeah.
like this?
That was great. That was great.
And and I almost didn't even recognize Sam Rockwell. He looks so
I
weird.
didn't.
Yeah.
What is going on with his head, his face, his hair? I don't know what it was. But he also made me laugh hysterically when they landed on the planet and he's like, don't take it off.
Yeah.
We don't know
Is
if
there
they're there.
air? You don't know.
And I love
Yeah.
that he just
Because he was saying what the audience was thinking. Sorry,
Yeah.
Joel.
Yeah.
um,
Even that he's like, I'm not wearing a red shirt, but I'm gonna die. I know it.
right.
Why am I here?
The plucky comic relief.
Yeah,
Yeah.
very cute. Very cute.
Comic relief. It's just well made. It's well cast. It's putting some comedians or specifically Tim Allen in more of an action film than he's playing the live action Buzz Lightyear to an extent in this.
And he was terrific in this, I thought.
Yeah, it's one
Yeah.
of his better roles
For sure.
and seeing all these people who were just kind of on the crux of becoming who they are. We knew who Tony Shalhoub was, but he obviously wasn't Monk by that point. It
Right.
come later and things like that. And it's a fun, wonderful film. I highly enjoy it. It's I've seen it a number of times. It's lost a little bit of its diamond luster from that initial viewing back in 1999 in the theaters. But I still enjoy it, and I would watch it again anytime, and I'd give it a 3.25.
Frank, how many stars did you give it?
3. I didn't hate it. It was fun, but
I will say one thing: it is a sci-fi movie well, not franchise, because they haven't been able to get that sequel off the ground in years, and who knows if it'll ever actually happen now that Alan Merkman has passed away. But it's one of the few movies that should have had an action figure line and didn't, until they made Funko Pops last year.
Annie, had you seen it before?
Nope. Nope. First time.
Yay.
Yeah.
Yay.
And
And I loved it. It was fun. I thought it was really fun. And, especially last week after watching Wrath of Khan also,
Right.
that this works, great timing. Good slot. Yeah.
Yes.
you're welcome.
Yes.
Frank
Yes.
totally did that.
Thank you. Yes.
Everybody out there should know Frank actually, once we give him our lists for the year, plans it out with knowledge.
I like to think I program.
Yes, well,
You curate, as it were.
curate.
Well, I don't curate. You idiots curate. I just program.
Yeah. So, no, I had a good time with it. The laughed out loud for me was when Tony Shalhoub, when he confused the miners and the miners. That just cracked me up. Yes, they look like mine. They're about 3. Yeah. That was my favorite one. But I thought it was good. Silly but funny, him like rolling over things and
You
you
lost your gun.
and then like it always stops at 1. The cactus,
yeah.
that's great. So I enjoyed it a lot. I would actually watch it again since I only saw it once, so I would watch it again. 3.25 for me, actually.
Great. Aim, I assume you've seen this more than once.
No, I only saw it the one time in the theater.
Really?
Star Trek, yeah. And
Yeah.
boy did I love the way Tim Allen was sitting in the chair looking exactly like Bill Shatner. It was so cute. But I was not a fan of this movie when I first saw it. I didn't really think it was funny, so I was very much looking forward to seeing it. And I'm still not a fan of the movie. I never laughed, and I rolled my eyes a lot, especially like at jokes like the miner and the miner. I was like, oh God, somebody's not going to get this. And I just felt like there were moments that the script
Oh,
was like,
oh, I got it because I was watching it with the closed captionings.
oh.
Yes.
See, as soon as I heard miner, I said, here's going to come a confusion now.
But
I didn't remember the movie at all.
did the closed captioning spell them differently?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, cute. I thought in so many moments the script was trying way too hard to be funny. And the one thing that really made me roll my eyes was when they were talking about the foods that they have on Earth, where they were so intrigued by the Monte Cristo. And I could
Right.
just picture the writer saying hamburger and the other writer going, oh my God, Monte Cristo, because nobody really eats Monte Cristo. So that'll be really funny. And to me, it was just trying way too hard, like the entire script was.
But that was
And
funny because I actually eat Monte Cristos occasionally.
I know, aren't they delicious though? But it's not a big thing. Took me a long time to get through the movie. I kept pausing it, and there were so many moments, like the last 40 minutes. I was like, let's go already with these big fight scenes. It actually started becoming confusing to me. So there's just so much going on. So I am giving it 2.5 stars. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I definitely thought in that part when it actually became a science fiction movie, I'm like, let's go.
Yeah.
I
And
did
of
think that.
course, and I thought Sigourney Weaver, she was Sigourney Weaver by then, but here she is with her shirt zipped down and her bra sticking out for a half hour. I'm like, Sigourney, honey, I'm glad we don't do that
Well,
shit.
I mean, she obviously
Yes.
thought it was funny, otherwise she wouldn't have done it. She's
Well,
playing cliche.
Harold Ramis was originally attached to the film,
Yeah.
so that's kind of how she got interested.
Involved.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Right.
sure. But didn't he leave because what's his nuts got cast?
he didn't
Yes.
like the fact that Tim Allen was cast, but after he saw the film, he's like, actually,
Yeah.
it was the
He
perfect.
really
Was.
did a good job.
Sure. Who was cast before Tim Allen?
Nobody. I mean, they were looking at various.
Oh,
He wanted somebody else, but the studio cast Tim Allen. They wanted a box office draw.
Was he a box office draw by then?
Yeah, I think he had done. I
I
mean,
mean,
Home
Home
Improvement was
Improvement was so big.
definitely a hit, and I can't remember when the Santa Claus
The
come
Santa
out.
Claus, I think, had already come out too. It was all in the 90s. He was big in the 90s.
Yeah.
All right, Mark, you picked it.
Yeah, I'm just sorry. Amy has no sense of humor.
Defend it.
I was waiting for that.
It is true that sometimes she gets in this mood when she has to watch something and it's like she's falling asleep and
I wasn't falling asleep
doesn't
at all.
doesn't embrace the movie in the
It-
way that she should. I
That's
agree
so
with
not
that.
true. I was not falling asleep. I watched it yesterday early afternoon, and I was really looking forward to seeing it and hoping I would love it. Oh,
No.
and also Alan Rickman, who we love, but he played the character I hate, where he's just one note the entire movie, just nasty, mean, and angry, nonstop.
He was being British.
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 He was
No,
being
and
Leonard
I'll just
Nimoy.
start off by saying, no, I love Amy.
In
but we definitely do have-
1999, you were a much younger person.
Amy and I definitely have different
People.
tastes when it comes to TV, movies, or whatever it is. Because your movies, I've said the same thing too. You're giving
Yeah.
it 4 stars. I'm giving
But
it
here's
2,
the
whatever.
thing. Here's the thing, Mark. Amy has taste in movies.
Wow.
Oh,
Wow.
Thank you.
With
Now
that,
say
I will
all
begin-
low. Come on, all bad.
It's all bad.
Give
but
me the
yeah.
zing.
Yeah, exactly. Before I get to my notes, I will say that obviously I know this is a huge Star Trek parody, but I didn't realize how much it was a parody of Star Trek 2. So I really enjoyed watching Wrath of Khan go into this. I mean, the ending where, it was a nebula cloud that they were hiding in and they were disabled in Star Trek 2. Here, they were in a minefield and they couldn't quite see the other ship. And it was like almost
Yeah,
written.
that was cute.
And they beat the superior general because, just like Khan was. So I just thought a lot of it was, I never realized that. So that was fun watching it.
you haven't watched a lot of like Star Trek or other things like Star Trek where that's constantly happening. Like the minefield thing, it happens exactly like that in so many other things. So, like, I think
It just seems specific to Star Trek too. A lot of it.
Especially since you had just
Since we
watched.
Because you would
watched
just
it
saw
last
it, yeah.
week,
Yes. Yeah. Last week.
yes,
Yeah.
I think it's perfectly cast with some great actors. It was the first time I'd ever seen Sam Rockwell. I saw this in the theater too when I was 24 years old, and I thought he stole most of his scenes. He was hilarious to me. This is the only movie that Sigourney Weaver is legit hot in, and
She
her
does
shirt
look good in a blonde wig.
and I'm not into blondes, but she looked good.
And
Uh,
the funny thing was, it seemed like everybody else kind of aged. Tim Allen went from the mullet to looking a little older, more mature, and she looked exactly the same.
As she
Yes.
should.
That was cute. That was cute, being the
In
woman.
Hollywood, for
And
sure.
to me, the whole joke about because she's a woman, her and if you looked, actually, I didn't notice this before. Missy Pyle, who played Liliara or whatever her name was, the alien, the only female alien, her shirt was also unzipped down to here, whereas all the
Because
other
of
men
course.
had it up to there. But yeah, I thought her shirt getting ripped up to shreds slowly over the course of the movie was it's a what do you call it? It was just a
trope.
joke.
it's a trope. Yeah.
It's a trope.
A trope.
It was perfect. I don't know. I enjoyed it. Um,
Just like, of course, like you managed to lose your shirt,
yeah, exactly.
like when he-
Exactly.
yeah.
One to pick though, not with the movie, but with Paramount Plus, they edited Sigourney's best line of the movie. When Tim and Sigourney first see the Chompers,
It's not
she's-
edited. It was not edited. It was dubbed in the theaters because they wanted it to get a lower rating so that kids could get involved.
I've
It
heard
was-
her say it with
Nope.
fuck that.
You haven't. You see her lips say it. but
Yeah,
she never says fuck that. She
Huh.
always says screw this or screw that or whatever.
do that.
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks for ruining my point. But
Not a
no,
problem.
I didn't realize that.
That's what I'm here for.
Doing a great job.
Thank you.
I thought today
To
they
me,
were gonna do-
Amy, I'm sorry to like, but minors, not minors. I love that we say that in the house all the time. Like I don't know, I just appreciate it.
To me, it was just too obvious. And then to have somebody not get it, was like,
But
oh,
to
thank
have him
God.
explain it and the way he says it in his British voice, I don't know, it was good. I'm giving it 3.5 stars, which if you recall from last week is the same stars I gave the second best Star Trek movie, Star Trek 2. No, I do. I figured nobody. I didn't think people would like as much as me, but I just yes, except for Annie. I'm glad that you'd never seen it before. You said right? Yeah.
Well, I love that. That I love.
Yeah.
But she
Well,
never thought she loved it.
technically, Joel and Annie liked it the same because they both said 3.25.
Yeah.
Technically.
Yes.
But we help even out and bring the average up from Frank and Amy. So
I feel like I'm the Barry Hattrick of this group. I'm all constant. My ratings are always lower than everybody else.
Yeah, and every movie you review, you give 3.5 stars to on Facebook.
Yeah, because
Everything.
those are great movies.
because they're the 1,000 movies he has to see before he.
I have to
Haven't
say,
you seen them all at this point?
no.
No.
You must have.
It feels like you're close.
Here's the biggest problem that just happened in 2024. Is that I asked an actuarial accountant to look at my list, and now everything moved again.
Stop
Good
talking to Chaz.
Yes, Chad, that's right.
What does an accountant have to do with your list?
Well, because figuring out how to award points for each thing, he came up with several different scenarios.
And
Instead of doing
actuary is different
Instead
from
of
an
doing the
accountant.
easy thing, which would have been Frank going, "Hey, these are all the movies that I love in the order that I love them in. I'm going to take
No.
8 bazillion different."
It's not. No, it's not about me, and it shouldn't be about me.
Oh, it should be about you. I want to know
No,
what.
it's not about
like.
me. I want to see movies I don't know.
I
wanna see
understand
movies
that, but you could still do that.
Accept
with
it.
bad things.
Right. I would never watch that movie, so
And
thank
you'd
you.
never see it again.
Oh God, no. But yeah, so that this was my way of exploring movies I had never seen and revisiting movies that I had seen because with time those
Yeah.
movies change. I mean, even just now with Galaxy Quest, Mark loved it in 1999, and now he's like, I kind of love it.
You're blocking.
blocking her bazooms.
Yeah,
There you go.
That was a hell of a push-up bra because she does not have big boobs.
Yeah. Well, you're really
was
the
a
only
wonder.
big boob in this room right now.
I'm okay with that.
All right. So that's it for us on Galaxy Quest is on Paramount Plus as well. Next week, Amy chose The Jerk from 1979 with Steve Martin. It's not on any streaming service, so you have to rent it.
What?
And I do very much remember seeing The Jerk in 1979 in the movie theater and hating it. So now I
Oh,
gotta watch
it's
it.
not in the 1,000 movies you have to see before you die.
I don't know. I didn't write which number it was, but I think it is actually. It's like 900 and something. But yeah, now I gotta watch it again. Thank you.
I'm sure I'll hate it too.
I'm Frank Gaffney. Go watch a movie.
And also with you.